welcome to the next lecture. That is, we are going to start module 4, that is IR filters. IR filters and its design. Digital IR filters are usually designed from the analog filters. We don't have direct method to design the digital IR filters. First, we will design the analog filters are designed for a given specification. Then that system function is converted from analog to digital domain. Okay. Then what are the standard analog filters are used for designing the IR filters are Butterworth, Chebyshev and the elliptical. These are the three basically used analog filters. Once you design the analog filters, that how to convert it into the digital filter, we'll take it later. So first, Butterworth analog filter is the analog filter. Its magnitude square, A stands for the analog. Magnitude square is given by 1 divided by 1 plus omega by omega c raised to 2 to the power of n, where omega is the variable and omega c is the cutoff. At omega equal to omega c, the magnitude square value is half. So this is the ideal low pass filter, and magnitude of this Butterworth is given by, so when omega equal to omega c, it passes through the 0.5, that is half means 0.5. This is the pass band, this is the stop band, and it continues. As the n is the order of the filter, you can design it for the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So means as n increases, this will approximate the ideal. This is for n large. Okay. Then we have to find the poles of the analog filter HA of S. So whenever you write any expression, so the numerator will be the zeros and these are the poles. Okay. The poles will decide the stability of the filter. The system function of analog filter HA of S is designed like this. We will find the poles of that one. The poles of HA of S, that is called as small pk, is given by plus or minus omega c e to the power of j 2k plus n plus 1 into pi divided by 2n. Then how to find the order of the filter and the cutoff frequencies. So here I will redraw the same figure here. If this is 1, then the pass band, we call it as a amplitude at the pass band is 1 divided by 1 plus epsilon square, and this is the cutoff frequency omega c, and below this one, this is called as the stop band. There the magnitude is 1 divided by 1 plus delta square. Remember that all capitals are used for analog domain. Capital omega, capital F. Small omega, small f is for the digital. Okay. So the same thing I have written here. AP equal to 1 divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square, and AS is 1 divided by 1 plus delta square. Pass band value, this is a stop band value. And there is no need to derive the expression for the n. Directly it is given. Order of the filter n is given by log of, log here means log 10 always, root of 1 divided by AS square minus 1 whole divided by 1 by AP square minus 1 divided by log omega s by omega b, stop band by pass band, when the values of AP and AS are linear. Okay, linear values. If they are given in the dBs, then you have to use this expression. Log of 10 to the power of 0.1 AS minus 1 divided by 10 to the power of 0.1 AP minus 1 divided by log omega by s by omega p. If you know the delta and the epsilon, you can use this expression also to find the order of the filter. Similarly, for the cutoff frequency of the Butterworth filter, if AP and AS are linear, you have to use this formula. and if AP and AS are given in dBs, you have to use this formula, and or if you know the epsilon and the delta, you can use directly this formula. Okay, so I'm calling this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is for the order, this is for the cutoff frequency. Okay, the system function HA of S of Butterworth is given by, they are arranged in this form: HA of S equal to omega c raised to n divided by S minus S1, S minus S1 complex conjugate, S minus S2, S minus S2 complex conjugate, and this continues. Okay, if you have only the n equal to 2 means you have the 2 values. Otherwise, n equal to 3 means S1 minus S3, S1 minus S3 complex conjugate. This is called as a factored form. If you cross multiply and arrange the terms, you will get the same thing in S to the power of n plus bn minus 1, S to the power of n minus 1, b1s plus b0. This is called as a polynomial. We'll take an example, this will clear. Given that the magnitude E is between 0.8 and 1 in the range, that is a passband range. Capital F is given. Okay, and HA of S values less than 0.2 in the stop band. In the stop band, 5000 hertz, this is the axis F. It's 0.2, this is 0.8. So since all the equations are in the capital omega, we'll convert it. Omega p equal to 2 pi capital Fp, that is equal to 2000 pi. Okay, this Fp is given 1000 into 2 pi is 2000 pi. Similarly, stop band is 2 pi, capital Fs is 10,000 pi, 5000 into 2, that is 10,000 pi. AP equal to 0.8 given, AS equal to 0.2 is given. So nothing is mentioned. So dB is not given, means that these are the linear values. Then for the linear values, you have to use this expression for the n and this for the cutoff frequency omega c. So here AS and omega s, omega p, everything is known. Just substitute values. We'll get the n as 1.167. So since this is a fraction, n should be an integer. I will take it to the next integer value, that is 2. Order of the filter is 2. And omega c is 3413.7 into pi. If I multiply, you will get that as something 10,000 value. 10,724 you will get it. Okay. Next we will find the poles of Butterworth, that is pk. Standard equation is plus or minus omega c e to the power of j k pi k plus n plus 1 into pi by 2n. K ranges from 0 to n minus 1. N you have calculated as 2, then k ranges from 0 and 1. So I'll simplify that one. So it will be in the form of the 2k plus 3 into pi by 4. I'll substitute n as 2, and this one 2 plus 1 is 3, 2k as it is, j as it is. For k equal to 0, substitute k as 0, you will get this expression, e to the power of j 3 pi by 4. So e to the power of j, when you solve this one, so that is cos theta plus j sin theta, you will get this as two values you will get, because you have the plus or minus. So one value is minus 0.7583 plus j 7583. Another value is plus 0.7583. No, not point is there. Direct value 7583 minus j 7583. For k equal to 1, if I substitute k equal to 1, you will get once again two values plus or minus 7583 minus j 7583 and 7583 plus j 7583. Now, which one is to be considered? Here you have the two values, here also you have the two values. If you see the sign, this sign indicates the pole is on the left side. The pole is on the left side. Okay, and this is on the imaginary axis. So poles on the left side indicates for the stability of the filter, you have to choose the pole should be on the left half of the S plane. And these two lie on the right half of the S plane. We should not consider this one. Only these two is to be considered. If you see this one, these two are complex conjugate. This minus is there, here plus, here minus. So S1 is minus 7583 plus J 7583, and its complex conjugate is this minus J7583. Then substitute in the standard system function equation omega c raised to n s minus s1 s minus s star and this one. When I substitute, this is minus is there, s minus s1 is there, this becomes plus, this becomes minus. Similarly, s1 star, only these two are used, s minus s1, s minus. So this part is not used because you have only the two poles you have. Okay, so this is in the factored form. When I cross multiply these two, s into s, s square and other things, you will get another equation that is called as a polynomial form. Okay, next assignment. Obtain the poles and system function for normalized, that is omega c equal to 1 Butterworth filter of order first, second, third, fourth, etc. Second you have done, but the omega c was different. Now omega c, consider it as a 1 radians per second and find the poles of the system, poles and the system function, that is pk and the ha of s. Next, coming to the another analog filter used to design the distal filters from this, that is the Chebyshev approximation. There are two kinds of Chebyshev approximations are there, that is type 1 and the type 2. In type 1 you find the ripples in the passband and no ripples in the stop band. In type 2 no ripples in the passband but ripples in the stop band. And in the passband value it's given by AP magnitude 1 divided by 1 plus epsilon square. In the stop band AP 1 divided by 1 plus delta square. Same thing here. So these two are called as a magnitude responses. Then Chebyshev polynomials. Cn of omega is given by cos of n cos inverse omega for omega less than 1. And for omega greater than 1, you have to use this formula. Let me find out for the C0 of omega, that is n equal to 0. When I substitute 0, this will be cos 0, that's value is 1. For n equal to 1, this will be cos of 1, cos inverse of omega will be omega. Then the higher order Chebyshev polynomials, Cn of omega is calculated from 2 omega Cn minus 1, Cn minus 2. Suppose say for n equal to 2, if I write the expression C2 of omega is 2 omega, n is 2, 2 minus 1, that is 1. 1 value already we have. This is omega of 2 minus 2, omega 0, omega 0, C0 value you have. This is C0. Okay, when you solve this one, you will get this kind of expression called as a Chebyshev polynomials. Similarly, this continues. If n is odd, then C omega is odd polynomial. When n is even, is a even polynomial. So because n equal to 2 is there, this is a square is there. For n equal to 3, you will get something raised to omega raised to 3. Similarly, we have to find the order of the filter, and the squared magnitude of Chebyshev filter is given by this expression, 1 by 1 plus epsilon square Cn square omega. And in the passband range, that is omega is less than 1, it is given as 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus epsilon square. And AP is given by 1 divided by, this is a ripple. AP is 1 divided by 1 plus epsilon square. If you solve for the epsilon, you will get this expression. AC is given by this formula. If you solve for delta, you will get this expression. And epsilon and delta can be calculated. If AP and AS are in dB, you have to use this formula, right? And for the order of the filter AP and AS, if given in linear form, use this expression. If they are in dB, use this expression. And the order, if you know the delta and epsilon, you use this expression. So this is the end of lecture 17.